Welcome to you, and then thank you to invite me at this great moment. And then for me, is a huge honor to speak after my great maestro, Craig Reedy. So thank you, Craig, because you was my inspirator, and then you're inspiring me today too. But first of all, I want to thank the organizer, in particular, Visit Scotland, for these activities, futuristic, intelligent initiative. I must say that as soon as one of my collaborators, Marco Mazzi, showed me the All City brand, I was immediately positively impressed. I used to say I'm one of us, growth with the Olympic values, passionate of sport, and steward of sport organizations. I can say I live on sport. That's my life. And being a very concrete person, I am extremely honored to be here in front of you because I love to see projects, visions, come helped to be realized thanks to initiatives like this one, stating that the sport is one of the most important pillars to restore stability to the tourism industry and support society during this difficult time. We face a crazy time, but sport helps us to move forward. Today, the ethical values of sport are the same as codified by historical text handed down from generation to generation. In this moment of great difficulty, the concept of the healthy life for happy life idioms is enormously increasing. For some countries, according to the scientific research, up to 85%, and the practitioners of primary sport toward all age are using sport, nutrition, self-discipline, vaccination, because that is a very important thing. Vaccination is the topics for basic ingredients to defeat COVID-19. I emphasize vaccination because it's the way to come out of this crazy time again. The international and the national federation, with all their athletes, are promotional ambassadors of the message of sport approach for the basic sport activities, for a healthy life all over the world, and in particular cities with their venues and spots. In the world, the concept of a smart city, which means a dynamic, safe, functional city in favor of life of relaxing well-being, thanks to the service, technology, and sport, has become one of the fundamental drivers of the functionality of the society. Paris is one of those examples, which has always sensitized all city areas from the most of the least popular things the early days of the Olympic Games bidding, building sport points with accessible entrance facilities for all citizens and tourists. We often talk about the risk of economy investment by cities toward mega sport events. If well managed, the word investment is a great opportunity to obtain more tangible and intangible pluses for the city itself and consequently its owner, the citizens. On any future project involving cities, for the organizers, the tangible pluses generated during and after the main events are crucial for the acceptance for the community. And in this regard, the advice promoted by Agenda 2020 and Agenda 2020 plus 5 are a great support for any big event prioritizing the sustainability and legacy as driver concept for an economic and social positive impact. In these regards, I have to say the vision of President Bach and creating this Agenda 2020 and now expand that on Agenda 2020 plus 5 was the way to save the situation, help us to come through this difficult time, introducing flexibility. And flexibility united by sustainability and legacy are the concept that help us to move to the future, and because the future will come to us. A non-tangible plus is the positive perception of the citizen on their city, incentivizing the wish to live in the city, to invest and be part of the city's activities, especially for the young generation. In Italy, for example, we have a lot of young generation try to leave the cities, to search a new life in another city or another nation. So invest on that, help also some young guys to decide to invest his life in the city. As vice president, I have said that the same sport federation and clubs have to be involved and supported by the cities to consolidate the positive growth of the movement, integrating educational activities and promoting volunteers recruitment for these and future projects. The volunteers are the key point for all our activities. So the city needed, and then we have to work with the city to regenerate the number of volunteers. They help us to create everything. I wonder how much it will cost for a city to invest in communication to make its citizens understand some values and rules, and granted that the people follow the communication campaign. I'm sure that those message through sport with emotion, the passion, the athletes as role models could improve and conquer the minds of citizens more quickly. Today, we often struggle with a public opinion, and it is not well informed about the actual numbers, and therefore to inform about the views. The primary and priority duty of the city and sport federation is to explain and convince citizens, and above all, the stakeholders, that sport need the cities and the cities need the sport. Again, after this invitation also to come to visit Scotland and taste some good Scotch whiskey, I'm obliged to come because I have to cover this luck. I've never been in Scotland before, but I will come to meet my great maestro, Craig Reedy, but also my great friends, Kate Kenneth, president of Curling Federation. And then after Beijing, after the great moment of sport in Beijing, for sure I will try to come to visit you, enjoy Scotland, enjoy Glasgow, because you are at the moment a model for all of us. I sincerely thank you for inviting me, and I wish a Merry Christmas to all cities and all those who work in the world of sport and love the sport like me. Thank you again.